Hey guys, I want to talk about PayPal stock today. I want to try to keep this short because there's far more important stuff to be talking about right now. There's Ukraine just got invaded a couple days ago. Populism is rising in the G7 countries. I never expected any of this stuff to actually happen, but every day I wake up, I check the news, and it's absolutely mind-boggling. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely unreal. So we got PayPal here. We got Peter Thiel. He started business, merged with Elon Musk business. They created PayPal. Elon Musk left at one point because they didn't have the growth that they expected. They were ahead of their time. They were basically one of the first fintech businesses. They got their ultra wide 60-inch flat screen TV here. This is absolutely crazy. They got Corsair mouse, you know what it is. So let's go to PayPal. This chart is crazy. This is 2 quarters. They had 2 bad quarters. It just kept dropping. They lowered guidance from about 20% a quarter to about 15% because of inflation. Everything's hitting right now. People are not trusting it right now. If my dating life was a chart, it would be basically this. It's taking far too many L's, and you just get to this point where it's like, man, we're stuck down here, but that's fine. Okay, everyone can get out of their thing at some point. PayPal, I believe, will get out of this. And girls and Wall Street, similarly, they don't really like people that much that are in a rut, you know? They want the Chads. So Wall Street wants the Chad finance companies. And the Chad finance companies are Visa, MasterCard. Check this out. It's down about 4 to 10%, which is nothing. And MasterCard is actually up over the year. I believe these will keep rising. I believe PayPal might be able to benefit from this too. Is interest rising interest rates. They will be able to lend out money and make more money. So yeah, these are both $400 billion companies. These are the Giga Chad finance companies. And PayPal's out here, they're down bad. But you know, there are people that want to take PayPal out. They want to take PayPal out on a date for a nice dinner, take them back to a car, get to a back seat, and get down to business. And I'm one of those people, you know. I promise PayPal, I love you, and we have a good future together. So my position in PayPal is actually approaching like $10,000, which is a lot because at my age, because a few years ago I barely even had 10,000. It's kind of crazy and it's scary, man. It is absolutely scary because this chart looks like a complete Alibaba, but it's not, because Xi Jinping is not interfering with this company because he has no right to. So I believe that this has like kind of transitioned into a value growth stock because it's dropped so much, because it's had the back quarters right when everything's down. The market is absolutely crazy. And just everyone's taking their money out of everything, and PayPal just got hit more. Basically, I think my average purchase price is like 175. I believe that conservatively 200 is a good price, and then liberally 300. It might take a while to get to 300 though, because the reason why I was at 300 is everything was skyrocketing. Square was absolutely crazy at this time too. Here, let's go to stats. I just want to show you this. Trailing PE 30, forward PE 22. That's absolutely very low PE for a company like this. PayPal has Venmo, and they are partnering with Amazon. And basically, one of the main reasons that PayPal is doing so crazy is because, or crazy bad, is because they are splitting with eBay, and eBay used to own them, so people aren't necessarily confident in them right now. PayPal's whole history is based off of inconveniences and negative things happening to them. Basically, they were ahead of their time. They couldn't get off the ground, so eBay bought them, and for a pretty steep discount too. And eBay implemented them, launched them separately on the stock market, realized, hey, we can make more money if we make our own payment system, which our payment system probably crappy, like screw off. And then they're splitting from them. And basically, people aren't sure that PayPal can be on their own, but this could be a good thing because eBay was holding them back from being on Amazon. and now they can partner with Amazon. And so that's good with me, because PayPal or eBay is basically, they're an old dog. I don't believe they're receiving much growth, and people don't necessarily shop in there that much anyways. Amazon is the big dogs right here. So eBay can go screw off, man. PayPal is, as far as I'm concerned, PayPal is way better than eBay. But here we got Venmo is going on Amazon. It could be significant, could not be. It seems like Amazon is trying to get every payment system so people have choices because they're getting Affirm, Venmo, all of these people. So we'll see how this goes. But for everyone that's outside of the US, this is the biggest mystery right here. It's the hardest thing to understand because all of these companies are American. Basically, American payments are way behind for some reason. Lots of stores don't have like chip readers or tap, and Americans think like that Apple Pay and Google Pay is like crazy futuristic because so many places don't accept it. But outside of the US, basically there's almost nowhere that doesn't have tap, and so you can use Apple Pay everywhere. And it's just the weirdest thing. They also don't have e-transfers with their bank. So outside of the US, your banks, every bank lets you send transfers over email to others. They can't for some reason. So they use Venmo and Cash App to send payments to others. And it's just weird. But that's one thing that people have out of necessity. Basically, I believe that PayPal, my relationship with PayPal came out of necessity. When I was a kid, I would want a video game. I'd ask my parents to drive to like GameStop, EB Games, and they'd be like, absolutely no way. So what I'd have to do is I'd have to get on my bike and bike 20 minutes to Safeway to get a Visa gift card, man, to buy it online. That was such a pain. Drive 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back on my bike to get a Visa gift card so I could order a video game on GameStop. Or one of my friends finally came up to me, they're like, yo, I just use PayPal. So I used PayPal so I didn't have to bike to the store anymore. And it was amazing. It was crazy. It was the end of Visa gift cards for me. And then it kept going because with the gig economy, with like Uber Eats type jobs and stuff, many of them use PayPal because it's the best thing. And they force people to make PayPal to accept their payments. And yeah, so it came out of necessity. And this is one thing with their growth. I don't think people are just going to sign up for PayPal, even though it's an amazing platform, but it came out of necessity. And out of that necessity, I've grown a love for it because it's way safer, because you can refund anything and you have ultimate buyer protection and people can't see your cards. So I got my credit card on there. I still get the rewards points, but I use PayPal. It's easier checkout and it's safer. And I think this is what PayPal has really good as a fintech company that not that many people have. It's my payment on my iPhone. Like, it's on absolutely everything. Like, Apple wouldn't just let anyone be a payment provider, but you can check out with PayPal. And this is what they have over everyone. I think it's hard for people to justify using Square over PayPal because they have so much more. Basically, PayPal bought Honey for $4 billion, and it makes $100 million a year, which it is seeing crazy growth, but I think that's a little bit overvalued. Maybe $1 billion would be better, but they see potential in it. Basically, Honey is an extension that looks for coupons, and if you find a coupon or not, they will ask the merchants that you bought from for a commission, and it's like 10 to 20%. It's absolutely crazy. 20% for luxury goods, and basically people like complain about that a bit, but they're making money, so we'll see how that goes. Square has no Honey, so what's good, Square? We got beef. And yeah, so I believe in this company. They also have buy now, pay later that competes with Affirm. Affirm has like pretty much unlimited terms. PayPal, I believe, is only 4 terms. Who really needs unlimited unless you're buying like a Peloton, which is an iPad on a bike. Like, what's good? 4 terms is enough. They have 425 million users. I believe it will be hard to extend that. And they should mostly focus on the old users. One thing with their growth is they believe that they're receiving less revenue right now because those that are less fortunate use PayPal more. And so those people don't have stimulus right now, so it's down because they're buying less. And that makes sense. And their eBay revenue is down from 10% a year ago to 3% of revenue. Amazon could completely fill that in and more. We'll see how that goes. Oh man. But yeah, I'm out here burping, bro. That was nasty. But PayPal accepts crypto, and you can buy and pay with crypto with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. Honestly, if you are like a responsible investor, I don't know who else would buy any more other than these. Like maybe Cardano, but like serious? Like you expect them to have like weird coins, bro? You don't need the weird coins because they're just all scams. So this is completely fine. And it's good for them actually. Here, let's see. Oh yeah, there's one more thing, and then I'll show you investor presentation. Their CEO, Dan Schulman, been there for a while. Him and all of the other executives just bought multi-million dollars in the stock. They believe in it. They believe it's undervalued. And so, yeah, obviously, that's how I feel too. Investor presentation. Let's go through the double P. Here we go. So we got this. TPV means total payment volume. 1.5 trillion, man. That's crazy. On USD, that's like almost Canada's GDP. Yo, like what's good? That's a lot of access to capital. Obviously, payment, they don't get that. But yeah. Free cash flow, 6 billion, bro. That's crazy. That's a lot. So active accounts. 426 million active accounts. I think it's gonna be crazy hard to not crazy hard, but it's gonna be hard to grow it unless it comes out of necessity, like a certain platform that everyone uses, like maybe Amazon makes it so that people are incentivized to use it, which they probably won't. But yeah. So 1.25 trillion revenue. 25 billion. One thing is, lots of economists say there's the real economy and the finance economy, and basically the real economy is all the jobs like that do stuff, like people manufacture things and sell things, and finance, the financial economy, makes up for all the inefficiencies, but they can get a little bit crazy, and they can get ahead of themselves. So they are part of the finance economy, and they make up for all of the inefficiencies in the real economy. And it can basically be scaled pretty high because people need financing for things. Financial firms make money out of thin air with loans and stuff. It's kind of crazy. Free cash flows up. Revenue 6.9 billion. What? Oh. Here we go. Growth. Oh, full year, quarter. Full year versus quarter. Here we go. So you can zoom in there. Whatever. PayPal credit. Lots of their things like buy now, pay later, and PayPal credit, you can see why they would say less fortunate people would use it, because I believe that many people, when it comes to credit, lots of people are very strict about it. Like people always come up to me in the grocery store saying, yo, buy her credit card, get her credit card, man. It's only 25% interest. I'm like, absolutely not. Who said that you have the right to come up and talk to me, man? You think I'm gonna destroy my credit for you, man? I'm trying to get a house, bro. And I'm trying to get the rewards too. So that's one thing. I don't know if they offer rewards or not. I'm assuming they don't, even though maybe they have honey gold or something. But I believe most people that are responsible with credit also have a strict like credit reward system. You know, I get the air miles. I'm saving up for a trip to Europe. I'd also like to go to Tokyo, Japan. But you can see why they would say that, because I'd rather get credit on a rewards credit card than PayPal, but some people are getting it. And businesses can get credit on here too. Check out what crypto. Oh, Venmo here. We don't know much about Venmo outside of the US. Venmo credit card. Buy, hold, and sell crypto on Venmo. What? Cash a check on Venmo. Venmo business profiles. I did not even know any of that. Honestly, I've never used Venmo. I wish I could. It seems pretty lit off of the sound of that. We got all of this stuff. They're basically, I don't know if any of those necessarily mean much. They're basically just like hyping themselves up. Here we got something interesting. Affirm, 9%. But here, it's weird that they would compare Apple Pay and Google Pay towards PayPal. Okay, first of all, Android life, that is not the move. Apple Pay superiority. We're trying to have good photos, not all pixelized. But PayPal isn't even like comparable to them because it's way more dynamic. Apple Pay, you connect your bank account to it. It's weird to even compare it to that, but yeah, where's Square? But digital wallet, like these aren't digital wallets. This connects your bank card, so it's easy tap. It's weird to compare it to that, but yeah, they're still the top. They're partnering with all of these people. They just had a new partnership with Salesforce. I love Salesforce. Here we go. So you can see this, they're just restating. And revenue trends, see, it's down a little bit because inflation and stuff. Hopefully they'll make more revenue from credit because of higher interest rates. They talk about donations, which is nice. It's heartwarming. But just like investor presentations, it's like beefing their statement up. It's trying to accept some of the downfall that they had in the fall of the revenue. But that's all good. They're excluding eBay from everything. That's all good. Let's see. That's a misleading graph, but you could see it's the same level as Q4 2018. But they had a really good quarter in COVID. You can see why it was like wilding the stock. But yeah. Here, this is nearly done, and then we're done here. Then you guys can go watch videos about Ukraine and start preparing. Hopefully the US actually does something, because it seems like their news was just like they were creating hysteria, and then they're like, yeah, we can't put troops here because they're not a NATO country. And it's kind of sus, man. Being sus out here. See, it's down a bit, but they need to get their footing around here, They're making new partnerships that they were never able to, and yeah, they're getting back to where it was. Basically, there's nothing else really. This is just the crazy technicals. But yeah, so that's why I believe in PayPal. I love PayPal. I believe in it. It's also scary. It's a wild ride. I've got so many emotions up and down. It's taking me for a complete joyride. It's an absolute roller coaster. but I'm planning to buy a little bit of the dip. It's reading week. I've been putting in the extra hours, buy a little bit of the dip. Hopefully see that go to $200 or $300 and per share. And yeah, I believe in PayPal. I like it more than Square. And yeah, that's my bull thesis.